Welcome back, my dear friends, to TEDS. As non-native speakers of English language, we make so many mistakes when we are talking or when you are using the language English. This video focuses on 30 common mistakes, but as a part 1, I'll be focusing on 15 points in this video. Come on, let's see what all the common mistakes that we commit in usage of the language. The first one, we might have heard so many people talking, I am not able to cope up with the situation, I am not able to cope up with the situation. Is it right? Coping up with, that's a wrong usage. The right one is cope with. There is no up in between. I've seen this with so many people. Even though they have very good communication in English, it's a silly mistake which is being made. Rather, instead of using that, adding that up with, we should use only cope with. I am able to cope with the situation. The second common mistake that normally everyone does, mostly everyone, I'll revert back to you. Revert back to you? Is it right? No. What is the right one? I'll revert to you. Revert itself means I will get back to you. So the word back is not required at all. So the correct sentence is I'll revert to you. So you might have heard instructions being given. I repeat it once again. My dear friends, I repeat it once again. That is wrong. The word repeat itself is enough. It suffices the meaning that it wants to communicate. So the right one is I repeat, not even yet. It is called redundance in English. The next one, normally people commit in English language, the mistake people commit is I'll go and come back. It is just because of our mother tongue influence. There is nothing called I'll go and come back. The better usage is I'll be back in 5 minutes, 2 minutes, whatever time limit you want to give. Or let me be back in another 5 minutes time. The next mistakes normally we commit in English language is many a times. Many a times I have told you not to do this. What is the correct one? See, we can use it in two ways. One, many times, or many a time. Many a time I have told you not to do this. Or many times I have told you not to do this again. So, my dear friends, the next one, I'll just give you a sentence. You need not to go to your home today. Is it right? Most of us, we may not even know how we are using need not, you need not. Need not to, that preposition to should never come with that sentence. So how are you supposed to do? Say, you need not go home today. You need not go school today. Or you don't need to go to school today. When you use you don't need to go, you can use to. But when you use you need not, to is not to be used. The next common mistakes that we commit is when we are introducing ourselves. You might have heard so many people introducing themselves, starting with myself is Edwin Anthony. Wrong. The correct one is I am Edwin Anthony. Myself is never to be used in English language when you're introducing yourself. The next mistake normally people commit when they are speaking in English. If I were the Prime Minister of India, I would have challenged China. This expression is okay, but we get confused every time with the first person singular. Normally, if you are using it in past tense, I always goes with was. Rather, was always goes with I. But only in this expression, it is not if I was the Prime Minister, rather, it is if I were, or I wish I were an actor. All these expressions come only with I were, not I was. The next common mistake that we do with the usage of the word prefer. When we use I prefer coffee to tea, it is not I prefer coffee than tea. The usage itself is prefer to, prefer something to. It is not prefer something than something. So it should be I prefer coffee to tea, not than tea. So the next common mistake that we commit in English is with the usage of the word called, and we normally add s to it. For example, Gandhiji is called as the father of the nation. It is wrong. What is right? The word as is to be removed. Gandhiji is called the father of the nation. That is the correct usage. The next one, you might have heard people talking. A lot many of students are standing outside. Lot many are loitering on the ground. So when you use a lot, it is to be used just a lot or many. It is not a lot many. A lot of students are watching movie. A lot of students are undergoing training. All those are fine. If you want to use many, just use many. Many students are undergoing training. Here in this case, it is not with the usage of the word, but in the meaning. For example, you want to say a small quantity. You want to refer to a small quantity. So you use words like little and few. If you are using a little, a few, the meaning is different. When you are using few, little, the meaning is different. When you are saying there are a few students standing outside the class, the meaning is there are small number of people, students standing outside. But when you say there are few students standing outside the class, that means there is no one standing outside. It literally means nobody. So when you want to refer to a small quantum or small quantity, you are supposed to use the article a in front of the word little or few. The common errors that we commit with the word join. We might have heard people talking, join with me for a meeting. Hi, please join with me for a dinner. It is wrong. Join itself is joining. The word with is to be avoided. So it is called redundancy in English. So it's not required to use with join. Normal. It is simple. Join me for a meeting or join me for a dinner. So the next mistake normally each and every one of us make is, I'm going for tour. You might have heard so many people use, I'm going for tour, I'm going for a picnic. The usage of the preposition for in front of tour is wrong. What is the correct preposition you need to use? On. I'm going on a tour is the correct one. Words like leave and duty, I'm going on leave, I'm going on duty. So the preposition on is to be used before tour, picnic, leave, and duty. So the next common mistakes that we make in English language when we talk about going home. So most of the people use preposition before home. I am going to my house. I am going to my home. It is wrong. What is right? Going home. I am going home. Simple. That is the right one. Home never takes any preposition in front of that. What is the difference between house and home? House is just a building, and home is built with love and affection. So when I say, when you want to use, you are going to your house, it is just I am going home. The word home is to be used, not the house. These are the 15 common mistakes, common errors we as non-native English speakers commit in our language. Let us see another 15 in the upcoming video. I think you should have enjoyed this. Please subscribe and like if you have not done. Thank you very much.